All right, so at this time, we're going to introduce to you our brand new chamber members. Last month we actually started the new feature, the audio-visual presentation of this, but being outside this morning. We are still going to have the voice, Hannah Thurman with that, so come on up, Hannah, and let's recognize our new members today.
Good morning, everyone. I've had the privilege to introduce our new members virtually for the past several months, so it's exciting to do it in front of you all this morning. So first, we would like to welcome Elite Auto Glass. Elite Auto Glass replaces and repairs all auto glass types: windshields, door glass, quarter glass, and back windows. They are able to repair small cracks in windows or window replacement due to larger damage. Elite Auto Glass offers mobile services to the tri-state area and are able to bill to all insurances. Unable to join us this morning are co-owners Ryan and Christina Brown. Please join us in welcoming Elite Auto Glass to the chamber. Gramps provides a second home for people to experience alive and kicking coffee and donuts in the most creative and local way possible. The cafe offers a unique pastry donut, which is more flaky than the conventional donut and offers a range of coffees that are robust in taste. I can attest they are both delicious. Gramps' desire is to add to the vibrancy of downtown Owensboro as people make new flavor-filled memories with their families, coworkers, and friends. Joining us today are Greg and Amy Gilmore. Welcome to the chamber, Gramps. Next, we have Maria Clark Photography. Maria is a commercial product, lifestyle, and storytelling photographer based in Western Kentucky. She is drawn to bold colors, crisp lines, patterns, and geometry. Heavily inclined toward a modern aesthetic, her work features clean compositions, high contrast, and saturated colors. Maria's work is a great fit for passion-driven businesses and those who aim to bring bright and happy energy to their customers. And her pink hair is always on brand. Joining us this morning is Maria Clark. Welcome to the chamber, Maria Clark Photography. And lastly, the American Red Cross. The American Red Cross serves Owensboro through services to armed forces, disaster preparedness, response, and recovery. This year, they have responded to over 30 fires in Davis County, providing over $24,000 in relief assistance, and have a goal to install 900 smoke alarms in their Western Kentucky chapter, teach 1,000 students disaster preparedness and coping skills, and train over 30 new volunteers to deploy locally and nationally to episodic disasters. That word really tripped me up this morning. The American Red Cross is happy to introduce their new director, Misty Thomas, who is from Litchfield, where she spent 15 years in media and radio. Joining us today are Misty Thomas, Executive Director, and Stacy Bernard. Welcome to the chamber, American Red Cross. Welcome to all of our new members. Thank you all.
Good job, Hannah. Great job, Hannah. Now that I have a mic again, I can publicly profess my love for Greg and Amy Gilmore. Just go ahead and throw that out there. Hey, speaking of food and breakfast, breakfast will be served this morning on your way out. It'll be available at the table to my left and the tables over to the right, so just pick up a to-go breakfast as you leave this morning. All right, it is time to recognize our Ambassador of the Month. This is exciting. From the Advanced Center for Orthopedics and Sports Medicine, let's have a big round of applause for our ambassador, Justin Merritt. Okay. Colby's. We all went down. Run 7 miles and get your Colby's gift certificate.
He's fit.
He is fit. Look at you.
Oh, Justin.
You are a picture of sports medicine. There you go. By the way, who else kind of forgot that it was outside this morning and parked at Woodford like I did? The whole time thought, where's the trolley? There would have been such a good opportunity this morning. All right, it's time to introduce our breakfast sponsor. And you probably see, if you're at your tables, you have these great t-shirts this morning. I will admit I offered to do shameless product placement today.
Tell them how soft it is.
Okay, it's very soft, Jacqueline. Anything else you'd like your spokesmodel to say aloud? I will say, though, that I'm kind of a sweater, and I should have Scotch guarded this thing because that is not helping Chad out at all. But very excited to have with us the Greater Owensboro Realtor Association. So we're going to hear from Jason Bellamy, the president, and Jacqueline Graves, our CEO.
All right, good morning, everyone. On behalf of Go Realtors, we are honored to be today's Rooster Booster sponsor. As Chad said, I'm Jason Bellamy, the 2021 president of the Greater Owensboro Realtor Association. At this time, I would like to introduce to you my fellow board members. Would you please stand as I say your name? Michelle Wiesman, Shelley Westendorf, Lauren Lee, Betsy Garrett, Karen Gross, Devin Taylor, Diane Brancato, Alex Blythe, Carrie Jones, Karen Pinnell, Vicki Ballard, Angela Clark, and Tony Clark. Can I have a round of applause for these folks? Thank you for all the work that you do for our association. For those who don't know, we are, like the Chamber, a membership-driven organization. We exist to support our members and to create the greatest opportunities for them to succeed. We also take great pride in doing our work in an ethical and competent manner. Through our partnership with the Kentucky Realtors and the National Association of Realtors, we work hard to preserve and protect real property rights. Our association covers not only Davis County, but also McLean, Hancock, Ohio, and Grayson counties, representing over 220 Realtor members and 100 affiliate members. If you're a Realtor member or an affiliate member of Go Realtors, would you stand at this time? Can I have a round of applause for these folks? We're representing, good job. We do thank you for your continued belief in the work that our association does, and you are appreciated. So at your place, you will find a brochure that tells you a little bit about us and the work that we are proud to do. Homeownership greatly benefits our economy and helps the community. You'll see that each home purchase generates over $60,000 in economic activity. In 2020, our members assisted with the sale of 1,839 homes, and that is an economic impact of over $110 million. Homeownership also creates a safe and secure environment for those who live there. Did you know that children of homeowners do up to 23% better in schools? Working to ensure a safe today and tomorrow for our clients is the driving force of why realtors do what we do. A realtor goes above and beyond simply maintaining a valid sales associate's license to practice real estate in the Commonwealth. Being a realtor means that you choose to adhere to a strict code of ethics, providing the consumer with exceptional and professional service. We pride ourselves on putting the consumer first. So, realtor friends, what's the first question everyone asks you? You probably heard it this morning. So, how's the market? Well, last month in July, we sold 160 homes, which is actually a little less than we've been seeing this time of year, but the inventory has been a challenge. But in the meantime, we managed to see a 20% increase in the average sales price, coming in at over $214,000. The days on market for homes closed in July was just 53. So those are signs of a good seller's market and the fact that real estate continues to be a great investment. Our association isn't all about numbers and simply selling homes, though. We also focus on what we can do to serve the community by giving back. To talk a little bit about that side of Go Realtors, I'd like to introduce to you our CEO, Jacqueline Graves.
Thanks, Jason. How great is it to be here today? By the way, I have to commend the Chamber staff and the Convention Center staff for making this work, regardless of what's happening around us, that we still get to be together, and what a beautiful morning. So I know how much work goes into this, and we appreciate you and your staff, Candace. Jason recognized our board of directors, which obviously is a huge part of our association, and I cannot go any further without recognizing the rest of our staff. Linda Kaler is our business manager. Linda, go ahead and stand up. You know I'm gonna make you. She's the glue. She keeps me in line. So this is Linda also. Emily Hatfield is our communications coordinator, and bless her heart, I throw a million random things at her a day. So ladies, thank you so much for your work. We all appreciate you. Oddly enough, and a little bit of a fun fact, every single person on this stage has been my boss at one point or another in my life. Coach Horn was my boss at Western Kentucky when I was a student worker. Clay as a chamber board member. Candace was my big boss at the chamber. Chad was my partner in crime and also boss at the radio station. And now Jason, as president of the board, decides if I get a paycheck next week or not. So the cool thing about that is I was thinking about today and I thought, man, I have learned something incredible from each of these people. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that before I tell you what I've learned so far about the members of the Greater Owensboro Realtor Association. Coach Horn as a measly student worker, treated me like I was a part of the team. I can't tell you what that means to a 20-year-old, a 19-year-old who is working for a Power 5 conference school, and the head coach not only knows who you are, but explains to you why you're doing what you're doing and why that's important to the mission of your organization. Clay Ford, every time he walked into anything at the chamber, greeted every staff person, first thing, always with a handshake and a compliment. That means everything. Candace Brake is the world's greatest encourager. She will make you believe in you and challenge you to challenge yourself. Chad Benefield celebrates who you are. He doesn't stifle that like some places do. He celebrates who you are, and he allows you to be yourself, and he appreciates you for that. Jason Bellamy always has your back, always. And no matter what the challenge is, he's going to find a logical, calm way to work through it and see the big picture. I've been here for almost a year, and every person says, "Oh, what is it like to work with those realtors?" And I say, "Oh, they crazy, okay? They nuts. But man, are they hustlers." I am telling you what, these people work. I say this, you will not make it long in real estate if you are not a hustler. And I think that's so important. I think that is so important, and it really kind of shows me who these people are and what our association means to this community. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about that. Our Go Realtors members are so involved in this community. You can't go to a baseball or softball field without seeing, and let's be honest, their face is as big as the sign would allow their face to be, but they are always going to be across the right field fence. You're always going to see their logos on the back of a t-shirt from some nonprofit's 5K or fundraising event. They invest themselves in Greater Owensboro. They are a part of this community, and they are proud to serve. So much, in fact, that a few years ago, the Greater Owensboro Realtor Association members said, "I don't feel like we're doing enough." So they actually created a nonprofit organization called Aid the Homeless, which you've probably heard of at this point, which is a fundraising organization that donates money to our local homeless shelters. This year, Aid the Homeless will surpass $400,000 raised for the homeless community for the homeless population in this community. That's incredible. They have no plans of stopping soon. That number will only grow. This association is a group of people who are committed to personal and professional development. Sure, the law mandates they have to have a certain amount of continued education, but they go above and beyond. This year, our association has had some local topics such as setting personal goals and growth, diversity dimensions and unconscious bias, a deeper dive into fair housing, and more. They are constantly striving to learn more to be better for their clients. Another great thing the Realtor community does is work together as the Realtor Party. This is a powerful, nonpartisan alliance. It can happen, okay? It can happen. There are Realtor and Realtor associations who are working together to advance public policies and candidates that build strong communities, protect property interest, and promote a vibrant business community. Someone that I know always says, "The rising tide lifts the boat." We don't know where it came from, but Candace is taking it. The rising tide lifts the boat. When one of us succeeds, we all succeed. The Realtor community is very unique in that in order to succeed, you literally have to work with your competitor to get your job done. Let's think about that for a second. Let's think about working with your top competitor just to do your job. It's really incredible. I'm constantly inspired by this group of people who genuinely want everyone to succeed and who aren't afraid to be intentional about the work they're doing to help others succeed. The Greater Owensboro Realtor Association is working hard every day to ensure that we are putting forth our most educated, most informed, most professional efforts toward the home buying experience. We are honored to serve this community through making homeowner dreams come true and truly take pride in the trust that you, the general public, have in us. Thank you very much, and we look forward to serving this community for generations to come.
So good. Thanks, Jack. Fun fact, Jacqueline and I met, I think 15, 17 years ago at Taylor's. She was actually there to audition. We had this, at the radio station, we had an ongoing talent contest called Goldie's Survivor. We partnered with Goldie's, Best of All Opry House downtown, and she came to be a contestant. I think that was season 4. And she auditioned that night. I think there were 26 contestants total. Well, she and I started chatting and just clicked immediately. And I told her that night, I said, I cannot wait for this contest to be over so you and I can become friends. And love you, so proud of you, and so glad the Greater Owensboro Realtor Association is our sponsor this morning. All right, it is time for our chamber update. And with that, of course, our president and CEO, Candace Brake.
Good morning, everybody. Before we start, I do want to thank the Convention Center staff again for making this possible. They're always willing to think new ways of doing things, and we appreciate them. And also Chris Joslin, and now dubbed the Rooster Booster Bluegrass Band. Love y'all and appreciate you're here. Really appreciate you. So we have a few special guests I'd like to introduce first. If you just stand up and we'll hold our applause until the end. Mayor Pro Tem Larry Maglinger, City Commissioner Bob Glenn, City Commissioner Mark Caslin. Are you all standing up? Yeah. Okay. County Commissioner Mike Coger, County Commissioner George Wathen, Sheriff Keith Kane, here at 6:13 this morning. Thank you very much, Sheriff Kane. And County Attorney Claude Porter. We also have some pretty special guests here. Oh, sorry. Would you give them a round of applause, please? Thank you. We also have some really special guests here from the basketball world, Coach Horn, that have come to see you today. We have our local, really he's not a local legend, a basketball legend, Coach Randy Embry is here. Coach, would you stand up? Appreciate you being here so much. And then we have an NCAA ref and the legend in my neighborhood, Steve Devine. Steve, we're glad you're here today too. That guy needs walk-up music wherever he goes because he's always on a mission. Glad to see you guys here today. So we have a few things going on. Starting at 8:30 this morning, we are hosting another vaccine clinic. Today we're co-sponsoring that with the First Christian Church of Owensboro and also the Green River District Health Department. That's at First Christian. It's starting at 8:30. It's a drive-through clinic. We have J&J and Moderna and Pfizer. It's very private. You can sit in your car so people don't have to, see you. And if you have those, what do they call them? Not the dizzies. The yippies? I don't know what she calls them. I got to put it in my mom interpreter. The twisties. If you get the twisties, you can sit in your car. So, yeah, my kids are going to love that when they hear about that later on. So we encourage everybody, if you haven't gotten a shot in the arm, we want to be able to be together every month. So let's do our part so we can keep celebrating, keep our schools open, and keep businesses moving. We're on an upward spiral. Let's just keep going. So, okay, the ribbon cuttings. We have a couple of those coming up. Fastlane Auto Repair, 2101 Triplet Street at 12:15 on August the 20th, and Pro Rehab at 303 East 14th on August the 26th. Leadership Owensboro applications. Steve, where are you going? See how he walks? Leadership Owensboro applications, they're currently available, and the deadline for those are August the 13th. We had a fantastic class last year. We're planning our overnight retreat. So if you haven't already put your application in, feel free to do so. Those are live right now on our website, or call Hannah Thurman, our Talent Programs Director. CYP has several things going on this month. The Philanthropy Day for First Saturday event is this month at Western Kentucky Botanical Garden from 9 to noon. Coffee and conversation at the Crim. We're starting a morning event now, which I was really glad to see that, so that's for different schedules. That's on August the 12th at 7 a.m. Happy hour at SIP. Every hour is happy at SIP, but we're going to have happy hour at SIP on August the 20th at 5 p.m. And the concert on the lawn is on August the 28th at 7. So CYP has all special events with those. Chamber ambassadors are going to be meeting on August the 18th to be working more on their membership drive, which Shelley is going to talk to you about in just a moment. And our new member breakfast is August the 20th at 8:30 a.m. in the Chamber Conference Room. Now, we have a big event coming up in a couple of weeks. On Friday, the August the 27th, is our golf tournament. And we have the presenting sponsor, and I want to introduce for the first time in person, Mark Marsh, the CEO of Owensboro Health. Mark, would you stand? Thank you so much for being here. You're already making our community a better place, and what a win you are for Owensboro. We appreciate you. And thanks for being our presenting sponsor. We also have several sponsors. Our team photo sponsor is Specialty Foods Group, maker of Kentucky Legend, and also the sponsor of this pier. Platinum and 19th hole sponsor is Hart's Contracting. Platinum sponsor, Houchins Insurance Group. And golf ball sponsor is Domtar of Owensboro. Our gold sponsors are 323 Staffing, American Engineers Incorporated, Atmos Energy, Audubon Area Community Services, BB&T, now Truist, Big Rivers Electric Corporation, Don Moore Automotive, EM Ford, Evansville Teachers Federal Credit Union, German American Bank, Green River Distilling, Hospice of Western Kentucky, Independence Bank, Kentucky Wesleyan College, Limestone Bank, Ohio Valley Insurance, Old National Bank, Owensboro Riverport Authority, Red Wing Shoes, Ronnie Hancock, CPAs PSC, Ruoff Mortgage, South Central Bank, Southern Star Central Gas Pipeline, Team Owensboro, U.S. Bank, U.S. Lawns of Owensboro, UniFirst Corporation, Weedman Evergreen Lawn Care. And our host sponsors are Disaster Team, Elder Advantage, Hobgood Wealth Financial Advisors of Baird, OMU Fibernet, Servpro of Davis County, Southwire Company, and then our food and beverage sponsors are Atmos Energy, Chicken Salad Chick, Chick-fil-A, Old South Barbecue, Sam's Club, The Brew Bridge, and U.S. Lawns of Owensboro. So thank you to all of our sponsors. We appreciate you so much. And our signage sponsor, Greenwell Chisholm. You see how many people it goes into making this event successful, and we just appreciate it from the bottoms of our heart. So before we move on to having Shelley come up and talk to us about our membership, I'd like to introduce our intern. It's her last day. Kasia, come on over here a little bit. This is Kasia Harrington. She is she just graduated from Owensboro High School, and Kasia will be leaving in 2 weeks to move to Cambridge, Massachusetts, where she will be a freshman at Harvard University. Kasia, we're going to miss you so much, but we're proud of you, and we know you're going to set the world on fire. All we ask is for you just to come back here and help us make this place better, okay? So now, in your Chamber Matters, you have the member renewals. Those members are people who are investing back in our community. And we always say, you know, it's not just about your business and networking. It's that. And it's not just about the deals, but it's about you pitching in together and creating a collective voice where we move our community forward. So please look through that list of member renewals. If you're not a member, please consider joining. And Shelley, I'd like you to come up now, our Vice President, Shelley Nichols, to talk to you all about our membership drive. Thanks, guys, for being here today.
So good morning. What a beautiful day. So today is a very exciting day for the Chamber as we kick off our first membership drive in over a decade. This drive is particularly special because it is the first one we've done, like I said, in over a decade. The drive will be volunteer driven, but we invite the entire community to get involved and recruit new members to join the Chamber. This is our community ask. If you know a business or organization that is not a member, invite them to join us and be a part of our Chamber family. For over a century, the Greater Owensboro Chamber has been the trusted source of knowledge, resources, and support for area businesses. We promote the development of relationships and create a community connection. We know that anything good that's happened here in Owensboro, the Chamber is behind. We need all businesses and organizations in this community to invest in our work so we can keep moving forward. Volunteers will be out in the community in full force, telling businesses about the value of Chamber membership. We have a goal of recruiting at least 100 new members by the end of the membership drive that will last through August. Without our members, there would simply be no Chamber of Commerce. It's our membership that makes the Greater Chamber so special and so strong. There are so many benefits to being a Chamber member, including visibility and credibility for the business. Chamber membership is an investment in our local community. By being a Chamber member, you will have access to a network of organizations that care about our community and want to see it thrive and grow. Chamber membership is open to anyone with a business interest in the community. So for membership information, take a look at the membership benefit sheet you have on your tables. You can call the Chamber, stop by the Chamber, or you can email me at shelley@owensboro.com. Again, shelley@owensboro.com. So come join us, come join our family. Together, we are stronger. Thank you.
Shelley, Candace, thanks a bunch. Real quick, too, if at any point this morning you feel like you're possibly being overcome by the yippies, just holler. We have some Greater Owensboro Realtor Association branded tongue depressors in Jacqueline's purse, and we can help you out. Don't tell your kids. They're going to be so embarrassed. We have a great featured speaker for you this morning, and it's just appropriate. I mean, we've been living in 2 weeks of sports and pride. I love this. To make the formal introduction, please welcome up to the podium our board chair, Clay Ford.
Thank you, Chad. Good morning, everybody. Thank you to the chamber staff and the convention center staff for putting this together so quickly. It's turned out to be a great morning. We've been lucky. I brought my hat so that I wouldn't blind Coach Horn while he's speaking as the sun gets a little higher in the sky. But we're really grateful to have him here. I'll go through his bio quickly here. Darrin Horn was named the 6th men's basketball coach in NKU history by Director of Athletics Kim Botoff on April 23rd in 2019. In his first year at the helm for Northern Kentucky, Horn led the Norse to their 4th straight 20-win season, a 2nd-place finish in the Horizon League regular season, and his 3rd Horizon League tournament championship in a 4-year span. Prior to NKU, Horn was the associate head coach at Texas under Shaka Smart, where he spent 4 years total, including serving as an assistant for 3 seasons. During his 4 years with the Longhorns, Horn helped develop Texas's front court players, which included Mohamed Bamba, who was drafted number 6 overall in the 2018 NBA draft, and Jarrett Allen, who was drafted number 22 overall in the 2017 NBA draft. In his 4 years at Texas, Horn helped the team to 2 NCAA tournament appearances and an NIT championship. Horn has also had head coaching experience before becoming head coach of the Norse. From 2008 to 2012, he was the head coach at South Carolina. In his first season at South Carolina, he led the team to a 21-10 record, which included an SEC Eastern Division co-championship and an NIT appearance. In the 2009-10 South Carolina team upset number 1 Kentucky, which was the Gamecocks' first win over a top-ranked opponent in team's history. I'm sure most of us remember that pretty well. Before taking over at South Carolina, Horn was the head coach at Western Kentucky, his alma mater. In his 5 seasons at WKU, Horn accumulated a 111-48 record for a winning percentage of almost 70% and led the team to 2 NIT appearances and an NCAA tournament berth. In his 2007-8 team finished the season with a 29-7 record and earned a spot in the NCAA tournament Sweet 16. And as a number 12 seed, you know what's coming if you fill out your bracket on an annual basis. They defeated a number 5 seed, Drake, and the number 13 seed, San Diego, before falling to a top-seeded UCLA in the Sweet 16. Horn was a standout player at Western Kentucky, a 4-time letter winner, and 3-year starter at guard for the Hilltoppers. Horn amassed 1,115 points and 139 steals. He helped WKU reach national postseason play in 4 straight seasons. After an NIT berth in 1992, Horn helped the Hilltoppers earn NCAA tournament berths over the next 3 years. During his sophomore season in 92 and 93, WKU recorded a 26-6 overall record and advanced to the Sweet 16. Horn was an all-Sun Belt selection in his senior year, 94-95, and the Hilltoppers went 27-4, including a 17-1 mark in Sun Belt play. WKU won the Sun Belt regular season and the tournament titles to advance to the NCAA tournament, where the Hilltoppers defeated Michigan in the first round. Horn is a native of Lexington, Kentucky. He and his wife Carla have a daughter Caroline and a son Walker. Please give a warm Rooster Booster welcome to Coach Darrin Horn.
That was a thorough introduction. Social security number to follow on that one. But what an unbelievable morning. The setting here is incredible. The weather is great. The people are awesome. And I'm really humbled and honored to have the opportunity to share with you today. I take my public speaking philosophy from the preacher that I grew up under, Wayne B. Smith, who said there's no such thing as a bad short sermon. So I promise to have you out of here quickly. I am grateful to Jacqueline for the invitation. All-time best babysitter we've ever had. Our kids are too old for that now, but she was outstanding. Knew she was destined for greatness just from how she worked in our office and how she dealt with our kids. So glad Coach Emcee is here this morning. I was thinking on my drive down here about ties to Owensboro and people that I knew, and he's my first contact with anybody from Owensboro. I was a high school senior in 1991. Coach Emcee coached the Kentucky-Indiana All-Star Series, coached the Kentucky team, which I was fortunate to be a part of. Great coach, even better man. We've stayed in contact throughout the years because of our ties to basketball, specifically a guy by the name of Dwayne Wade, who helped both of us win quite a bit of games, Coach. He was a decent player. But Coach Emcee, what a great guy. So thrilled to see him this morning. Glad he came out. Tim Riley, also here this morning. He was not mentioned earlier, coach at Covenant Catholic. I knew him when he was at Warren Central. There's not a better man and high school coach in the country, and I've covered the country for 25 years and been in high schools and known coaches, and there's nobody better than Tim Riley. In fact, he's going into the Kentucky High School Basketball Hall of Fame here in a few weeks, so let's give Coach Riley a hand for that. I know the Kentucky Wesleyan coach, Drew Cooper. We're on the road recruiting together some. Saw him just a few weeks ago. I don't know if he made it out this morning, but excited for what he's doing over at Kentucky Wesleyan. And from there, it kind of drops off a little bit, to be honest with you. One of them's already been mentioned, Steve Devine. How about having a nickname 9 for 9, Steve Devine? And it rhymes. Like that's incredible. 25 years in basketball, I've never heard of a nickname like that. The great thing about being a former player, though, is that you only get to remember the good things that happen. You know, Chad forgot to mention, I've been fired as a coach. You don't mention those things, right? Somebody asked Steve how that next game went after he went 9 for 9 on his way out today. And then I saw that you hired Mark Marsh as CEO over at Owensboro Health. Did anybody investigate his win-loss record as quarterback at Western Kentucky? Well, let's just say I hope he runs a hospital better than he throws a football. Seriously, Mark is a great ambassador already for Owensboro. Took me around town last night. Had a great dinner over at the Miller House, met people, got to see downtown. Let me say this about Owensboro. What you guys have going on in this area and what you've done with downtown is absolutely off the charts. This place is inviting, it's happening, there's great stuff going on. Everything is so inviting. The people are great. There's a sense of community and pride here that you can feel just in the few hours that I've been here that is just outstanding. And then not to mention the events you have coming up, the air show that's coming in, the boat race that's coming in, all the events that are going to take place at the Bluegrass Music Hall of Fame. This is a really, really neat place to be and a lot of good stuff going on. And you guys have a lot to be proud of. You present extremely well. And, somebody was mentioning how much Covington is changing up in the area I'm living now. And we're a little bit behind where you are right now, I think, in terms of getting it together. And so really, really impressed with the area and the people, and a great opportunity for me to be here. Thankful for it. So let me tell you a little bit about Northern Kentucky, because I'm going to guess that most people don't know a lot about it. I grew up in Lexington. All right, didn't know a lot about the university. It's about 50 years old, all right, so it's a younger school. It's growing, a ton of energy at our place, a lot of good stuff going on, a little less than 15,000 students, so similar to the size of what Western Kentucky was a few years back. We're in Highland Heights, Kentucky. If you're looking at the map, all right, the easiest way to tell recruits is we're right across the river from Cincinnati. That way, no matter where they're from, they have a understanding of where we're located. There's 4 bridges that cross over. If you take the one that's furthest east, which is 471, you'll run basically right into our campus. But beautiful campus. We got the best of both worlds going on with a great campus, very sprawling, beautiful state school kind of campus, but then access about 10 minutes away to the greater Cincinnati area. Big time President Ashish Vaidya, really creative guy, economist by trade, good thinker, really growing the university, supports athletics and basketball, understands our relevance and importance to the university. And I love his mission for the school. It's 3 steps. You see guys come in, I'm going to talk about this here in a second. You see guys, have a 10-point plan for stuff. You're going to lose me after 2, 3 for sure. All right, 3-point plan for our president. All right, and they're great. Access, wants people to be able to come to Northern Kentucky University. Completion, meaning graduation. All right, we want to get you through and get you equipped to get out into the real world in the career and community engagement, placing our students and making them valued members in the community and giving them a good future. And I think that's a great plan because it's about the students. And that's what we're at a university for, is to help them and further them in their future and prepare them for what's next. So, and great to meet Josh this morning, NKU grad. So if, all right, you have a young person that's starting to look at college, only 3 hours away, get in the car, come up, stop by the office. I'll tour you around a little bit myself if you want to come. We'd love to have you visit. It's a really, really good place. Got a lot of good stuff going on. Huge, huge potential. Our basketball program, they touched on a little bit. We've only been Division I eligible for 5 years. All right, 3 of those years we've been in the NCAA tournament. All right, one of those years I was the head coach, my first year there. So that's 3 out of 5 in the NCAA. If you look around the state at all the Division I schools, Kentucky's been to 4 of the last 5. All right, Louisville's been to 3 of the last 5. So we're right there with Louisville and Kentucky in terms of NCAA appearances. And our arena is third as well, behind the Yum Center and Rupp Arena. We've got the biggest arena for Division I program in the state, if I'm not mistaken, at 10,000 people. So really, really good spot for us. And our philosophy is simple. Coach Riley will appreciate this. Coach Embry will too. We want the best players in Kentucky, period. Very similar philosophy to what we were doing when I was at Western Kentucky. We want the best player in Kentucky to come to Northern Kentucky University, all right? If they're not going to go to Kentucky, they're not going to go to Louisville, they need to come to our place. And we've been fortunate the last 2 years we've been able to do that. Marquez Warwick out of Henry Clay 2 years ago, who was Freshman of the Year in the Horizon League this year. And then a freshman this incoming season from Fort Thomas Highlands, Sam Vinson, who ended up being the MVP of the Sweet 16 in Lexington this year. His team won the state tournament, is a special, special player. So we're excited to have those guys and want to keep building it. Now, so very briefly, I don't know about you all, but I am not as smart, all right, as I was almost 20 years ago when I was a 30-year-old head coach for the first time at Western. I knew everything there. I knew everything then, had all the answers, all right? Now I find myself not being quite as smart as I was back then. Got a lot more questions than answers. And I think 2 things that I'm really focused on right now that I think that you all can take with you into your businesses and other things is that, 1, simplify and focus. Keep it simple. Dig down deep and focus on those few things. Clarity creates confidence. You want to see a team play with great confidence? Man, those guys are out there flying around on defense. They're slinging that thing offensively, moving the ball, shooting, all right, letting it fly, all right? They got to have clarity. They got to know exactly what's expected of them, all right? Clarity creates confidence, all right? You've got to simplify to do that. Our program is only about 3 things and 3 things only. If you play at Northern Kentucky University, you're going to be in elite shape, elite conditioning. All right? You're going to be able to play and run and compete physically with anybody in college basketball. There's a simple reason for that. If you can't breathe, you can't play. All right? I tell our players all the time, hey, man, if you want to get your money out, we can put it down, all right, and we can shoot from time. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take it if I'm standing still. But if they start moving my 48-year-old body, I got problems. All right, because I'm not in shape anymore. You've got to be in elite shape in order to play. All right, all these guys want to play professionally. You got to be in elite shape in order to do that. In fact, we do, Coach Embry, the Miami Heat the Miami Heat run, which is 10 down and backs in a minute. You got to make 5, 2 minutes rest in between. They're going to be in great shape. All right, if they do that, we're headed the right direction. Secondly, we are going to develop you. If you play in our program, you're going to get better. I will stand up in front of our team and tell them exactly what I'm about to tell you. If you're counting on the coach to win the game, guys, we're in trouble, all right? John Wooden is not in the locker room. It's not happening, all right? I want the best players that are in the best shape that are going to keep working to get better and better, all right? What we are going to do is develop them, all right? They're going to get better in every area, physically, mentally, their understanding, their skills, all right? We're going to develop players. They're going to get better if they play in our program. All right. And thirdly, all right, if you finish your college eligibility with us, you're going to graduate. And, you know, some guys are transferring now. There's a new thing with the portal. We can talk about that another time. But if you finish with us, you're going to graduate. One of the things I'm most proud of as a college coach, this will be my, gosh, I don't know, 5, 4, 9, 13th season as a head coach. every single player that has finished his eligibility under us has a college degree. 100% graduation rate for us. And that's something that we take great pride in. Because at the end of the day, we are there to develop young people, and things are changing, and they can make money now and all that, and I'm all for that, I really am, all right? But we are still trying to get them an education and get them prepared for life, because a lot of them aren't going to play pro basketball, and we want to make sure that they've got that. As a head coach, I've only got 4 things. I won't bore those with you this morning. One of them I'm doing right now. Nobody ever asked the assistant coach to speak at the chamber breakfast. All right, so that's one of them. So simplify and focus, man. Simplify and focus. If you do that, you're going to get some more clarity. The people around you will get clarity. There will be confidence. You'll get better and more stuff done. All right, and then the last thing is this. All right, I want to encourage everybody. This is big for me right now. Big. All right. To focus and understand that you're having generational impact with what you do. What you do impacts generations. What I saw last night, all right, what's coming in here in the next few weeks with the events, that's impacting generations, all right, on a lot of levels, which is a much longer talk, right? Not just economic, all right, but in a lot of ways. The things that you do daily, the interactions that you have, whatever your business is, it is impacting generations, whether you recognize it or not. And we're all beneficiaries of that. All beneficiaries of that. Every program that I've been in that's been successful was successful before. Coaches get way too much credit, all right? We take all the blame, which is fine, all right? But we get way too much credit. All right? Because we all stand on the shoulders of the people that came before us. The reason Northern Kentucky University's transition has gone so well into Division I, unheard of, all right? Statistical fact, no program has ever transitioned from Division II to Division I and been in the postseason 4 of the 5 years, and 3 of those be NCAA tournaments. Never happened in NCAA history. Do you know why? People really care about basketball at Northern Kentucky University. Their Division II program, all right, probably along the way against Kentucky Wesleyan College, played for 2 national championships back in the late 90s. It matters. People care. It's important. They support it, all right? So you don't just transition and magically you do something that's never been done before, all right? You got to build on what's there, all right? We're all beneficiaries of that. Generational impact. Our seniors this year, we have 3 that'll graduate. 2 of them, all right, are the first people in their family, anybody in their family, anyone, any close relative, to graduate with a college degree. Think about that. That's impact, man. That's generational impact, all right? That changes things. That changes things, all right? The ability, all right, to know that what you're doing is not just for you today, all right? And it's not just your sons and your daughters, all right, and your family members. It's everybody. It's everybody. My late father, who's been gone about 5 years now, some of the guys here that I know him well, was such an impactful guy, all right, behind the scenes. But he raised a minister, a teacher, an oncologist, and a coach. And our values now are being carried on, all right, and put forth to another generation and other people, all right? I'm up here speaking to you today, but if I go to Lexington, I'm Missy Harden's brother, the teacher. Missy Simpson now, sorry. Greg Horn, the minister's brother. Mike Horn, the doctor's brother. Oh man, I had your brother. He helped my mom. All right, unbelievable. Impact. Don't get discouraged. Don't get down. Something goes bad today. Don't worry about it, all right? Because what you're doing is going to have generational impact. It's going to impact people for years and years to come, all right? And I think when we think about that in the big picture of things, boy, it helps with just one bad day, all right? It helps with just one little thing. And you never, ever know. I'm going to close with this story, all right? I had a player last year, wasn't playing very well at all. I mean, at all. But we had to play him because we didn't have anybody else. Is that too honest? You guys find when you get older, you're just real honest? It's called security, I guess. And so I'm talking to him one day about it. Won't bore you with all the details of that. And then when we're done talking, he stands up and he just gives me the biggest hug. And then he started playing great. And a few weeks later, I asked him why he thought he was playing better. And he said, man, I don't know, Coach, I just needed that talk. I didn't know I was having a special talk. I wasn't trying to have a special talk, right? I was just interacting with my player in a way that I thought was needed that day, right? But guess what? To him it mattered. To him it mattered, right? And it changed his play, right? Which mattered to all his teammates and me and everybody that watches us play. And so impact in ways that you don't know. So get focused, simplify, focus on something, all right? Knock some things off, say no to some stuff, all right? Get great at a few things, all right? And understand that what you do really, really matters, all right? And I hope that you'll take that. And if you could, what do they call the chamber, what's the saying, chamber day, right? Chamber weather? Boy, you guys had it today, and I appreciate you having me. Thanks.
Thanks, Coach Warren. Appropriate, he's talking about impacting generations, because we're going to close today with the opportunity for you to impact generations of people within your workplace and office. Because in the true spirit of the Tokyo Games, we have decided to host the 2021 Chamber Office Olympics.
I can do it. If we get the yippies. Somebody help me.
Oh no, Candace is trying to deal with technology.
Oh, well, I don't know how to do it either.
Again. So,
All right, Gen Zs.
who's been watching the Olympics? Just show of hands. Yeah, it's been awesome, right? By the way, Team USA in the medal lead, get it. Our first event of the day is platform diving. So if we have anybody brave enough to... no kidding. Candace, we're all on a clock here.
I know, I've got the yippies.
She's got the yippies. All right, so did anybody see the new Olympic sport, 3-on-3 basketball? How cool was that? And you all know we actually have a gold medalist from the tri-state, right? Jackie Young from Princeton, Indiana, was on the team that brought home gold for Team USA. Amazing. That sounds really good, Candace, coming through your phone. So we're going to celebrate this morning in the honor of Coach Horn's visit with us today. We're going to have a little 3-on-3. That's really good. Really, you know what? Just stay there. That's great. Amazing technology.
Thank you.
So we're going to celebrate with a little 3-on-3 paper wad basketball this morning. So we need 3 teams of 3.
I quit.
So look amongst yourselves, do some recruiting. We're going to come down to the middle here. We'll call this little Tokyo this morning.
Official Olympic couple, Carson Swivel. We want to applaud for Carson. She just made the cheerleading team. Woo! Child so well rounded. So put that on your head. So that's great. Okay, so we need 3 teams of 3 to play paper wad basketball. Come on, do some recruiting. This is great. We have medals, by the way. All right, come on, Carson, you come this way. Where's my paper? Yes, we're sacrificing the power in the paper. So is this a team right here? You're a team. Come on, I need another team. Team of 3, we got one right here. Let me one more team of 3. You all, there's gold, silver, and bronze available. Just throwing that out there. There's no shame in bronze. Okay, so this is team number 1. Introduce yourself. All right, team number 1. So we'll have one of you is going to make paper wad basketballs. One of you is going to be the shooter, and one of you is going to be the goal. Congratulations. All right, Team Hospice, introduce yourself. Folks in Hospice right here. Okay, come over here. One more team. We have one more team of 3. Are we just doing gold and silver? Okay, that's fine. All right, so you all two need to designate somebody who's going to make the paper wads, somebody who's going to be the shooter, and somebody who's going to be the goal. Only one person needs paper. So who's going to be the shooter? Okay, Ashton's going to be the shooter. Come this way. Ashton, right here, my dear. Right there. Who's going to be the shooter on this team? All right, right here, my dear. Who's making paper? Who's making the ball? Come right here. This is your team. Debbie over here. You're the goal right here. Who's the goal? Stand right here. And you're making paper right over here. Right behind Ashton. Okay. We're going to give you all a countdown. The first person to score 3 baskets is going to win our paper wad challenge. On your mark, Go! 3 out for basketball, 1 apiece. It's 2, and
Aaron did it.
congratulations, our gold medalist. Excellent. Go up and get your medals, you all. Look at those. Those chamber medals are amazing. Fantastic. All right, Carson, let's give out the gold medals. Oh, that's such a great photo op. All right. Who in the crowd claims to be a really creative person? Any creative people in the back? Come on up, Brian. I see you. Oh my gosh. You should have so embarrassed if you just accepted the challenge. Who else is creative? I need a lady who's creative.
A lady.
I know you're out there. Oh, okay. Oh, Marianne, come on over, my dear. One more person who has like this creative flair. Do you have your scorecard? Fantastic. All right.
Are we doing the dancing?
By the way, you made the medals, didn't you? Going off to Harvard, she's going to get there in 2 weeks. She's going to say, how'd you spend your summer? Making medals out of paper plates for the chamber. Around Harvard, thank you. Come a long way. Okay, let's get each member here a ribbon. You can go ahead and unravel that, Marianne. Brian from Paramount Staffing, Marianne from the Swivel. Go ahead and unravel that. One more volunteer for rhythmic gymnastics. Oh, look at you. Look at you. Oh, we got a couple. All right, give this. And you want to introduce yourself to the crowd. I enjoy that. Come on over. We're going to go one at a time. You have 30 seconds to do a rhythmic gymnastics routine to the look at you. I mean, this is the winner. All right, Marianne, I'm going to give you a countdown. You know your rhythmic gymnastics routine. 3, 2, 1. Go for the goal. So good.
Keep working it. You're killing it, Marianne. You got this. Oh, yeah. Partner stunt. That's really good. Give her a round of applause. All right. We're going to have the ringer go second. Come on out here. You've got 30 seconds to make magic. Olympic magic. And go! Oh, killing it. Slaying it. Okay, Simone Biles. You got this. You got this. All right, and finally, representing Paramount Staffing, let's hear it for Brian Mashal. Oh, come on. Do a cartwheel. Oh, that was amazing. Give him a round of applause. All right. We're going to go up to our judges. We're going to score Marianne first. Our judges, we got a 7, Coach Horn, a 9, Jason, an 8. All right, pretty good. That's pretty good. Total of 24. All right. For contestant number 2, we have a 10, a 10, a 10, a 30. And for Brian. Oh, that's so mean, Jacqueline. An 8 from Coach Horn. Look at that. That's right for good. And Jason. All right, gang. Gold, silver, and bronze. All right, I need my chairs. All right, I need 3 teams of 2 for our final event today. It is the swivel chair relay race. Yes, it sounds dangerous. No, there are no helmets, and no, there are no knee pads. So I need 3 teams of 2 for our swivel chair relay. By the way, advance apologies to the Owensboro Convention Center for the possibility these 3 lovely office chairs will be destroyed.
Rice and Travis, Clay said you have to do this. Get up. Your boss said get up.
You've got 2 teams. We need 1 more team of 2. This is the official starting line right here. Okay. And by the way, this is indeed a relay, so when you get to the end of our course, you all will switch. All right, so this is awesome. So let's meet our teams.
Amber with disaster team.
Wes with 323 staff. Okay, Amber, have a seat right there. Wes, you're gonna push. All right, guys, come on over. Introduce yourself.
Rice from Ford.
Travis from Okay, who wants to sit in the chair? All right, have a seat. And our 3rd and final team today going for swivel chair glory. Chris with Owensboro Health.
Mark with the city of Owensboro.
I love this. A team of relatives competing. This is great. Who's going to sit? Okay, so team, I'm going to give you all a 3, 2, 1. It's going to be very cha-cha, de Gregorio, and Greece, right? I only had a scarf. You're going to push your teammates down to that barrier. Yes, I'm serious. You don't get to write the rules. And back. The winning team is our Olympic champion, our Chamber Office Olympic gold medalist. Oh, actually, yeah, so when you get down, you have to get up and you have to push him back. You have to get up and push him back. You have to get up and... So that's down there, all right? So you're switching places. Okay, hold on. Amber has to take off her wedges. And can I just say, it's like 9,000 degrees right now. Can we get a crop duster in the air show and load that thing up with right guard? That'd be great. All right, here we go, team. In 3, 2, 1. Wes and Amber off to a kicking start.
Oh my, somebody's gonna get hurt.
We should have had him sign waivers. Somebody just hit the fence. This is hilarious. All right, they're almost at the halfway point where they're going to switch places. Switch places! Red-free Amber is out of the gates first. Here they come! Oh, Team Ian Ford has seized the lead. Here's the finish. Oh, they're going to crash into the river. Oh, that's fun. We'll call this team Crash Test Dummies. And here they come for the win! For the win! No! Come on over and get Good job. We have gold, silver, and bronze. Good times. Come on over and get your medals, everybody. We'll have a photo op. You all, thank you for joining us, and we will see you in a month at Rooster Booster. Have a fantastic August.